The next morning. Anyway, they changed the laws in Washington. Now, do you need to know that? No. But these are the type of information that is permanently in my brain. So now I'm just torturing audiences. Like, death has never affected me, but when you see it constantly online, it's like, okay, enough. A little girl was killed in my neighborhood recently, okay? Sad, right? But it happened. Not usually in white neighborhoods, but it happened. You want to wear it? I think there's a pie chart somewhere that proves that. Each set is the most segregated part of our country. She was killed on a street where people have been complaining for years that cars drive too fast. So reactive in nature as everyone is. After the horrible accident, they had a bunch of speed bumps put in. And I thought, wow, what a horrible way for their family to remember every time they drive down that road. Natalie! Your mother and I miss you so much. But you are really doing a number on our suspension. I told you we should lease this car. Even in the afterlife, she makes us fight good riddance. Yeah, you see what happened there? In the beginning of this made-up story, you felt bad for the family. Now at the end, you realize they weren't fit parents to begin with. Let's move on to some nonfiction. Remember that kid who was killed in Atlanta, Georgia, had his head cut off by the roller coaster? The first thing that went through my mind was, wow, how am I going to get a good bit out of this? Here goes. I'll let you be the judge. If you don't know the story, he was on a church youth group, he was on a roller coaster, his hat blew off. After the ride was over, he's like, I'm going to go get my hat. And there was a big fence with signs that probably said, hey, cut your losses. He's like, not today. He went over the fence. There was a second fence with more signs. Bad shit. Come on, please knock it off, dude. He's like, you can't tell me how to live, sign. And he went over that fence. And on the other side, the story ends. Did he get the hat? I'd like to think he did. Small silver lining. Like, I told you I'd get it, guys. And I know he was on a church youth group, and they don't believe in evolution, but that kid was getting picked off sooner or later. And if I were his parents, I'd say 15 years was a pretty good run. But I'm half full. See, I want to celebrate his life. The real story, which nobody will talk about, and for really good reason, is how he was decapitated. It was a suspension roller coaster. Young lady, 25 years old. Her leg is what decapitated him. Shattered her leg in 8 places. She had 3 surgeries and wore a cast for over a year. I don't know if you've ever worn a cast or not, but everybody and their mother will come up to you. How did you break your leg? Right? That poor girl every time has to be like, I fucking put the guy's head 90 yards. Yeah. Pop that, Janikowski. See what I did there? I did a Raider reference that didn't involve sucking. It's not easy. People have always told me I have a sixth sense of humor. What do you say to that? I mean, it's relative. I was talking to my mom recently. I was like, Mom, you know, here's one thing you'll never read about me. Like, comedian Daniel Tosh tried to kill himself. Like, I'll get that right. Like, I'll jump off an overpass waiting for a semi to come with a noose around my neck, with both wrists slit, OD'd on smack, with a shotgun in my mouth. Like, nobody will utter the phrase, I just think he wanted attention. I think he was done. But this is what I was talking to my mother about. I'm like, what if I killed myself, Mom? And she's like, and she was laughing. I don't know, the start of the conversation probably would have justified it, but then it ended there, and she was laughing. And I said, Mom, I know you're kidding, because it's the parents' worst nightmare to bury their son, to bury one of their children. And she goes, well, it depends on which kid. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people think I have a twisted sense of humor. Who are you comparing me to? My sister's off the charts. She's not a comic, but she's not right. And we play practical jokes on each other our entire lives. But I got her so good a few months ago. I won. I replaced her pepper spray with silly string. Okay, anyway. That night, she got raped. And she called me the next day going, "You motherfucker! Oh my goodness, you got me so good." As soon as I started spraying the face, I'm like, "Daniel! It's gonna really hurt." All right, thanks a lot, you guys. Have a good evening.